Hello and welcome to the Misadventurers League. I am your host, or your DM for tonight.
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
A little
The
bit of
host
both.
and the DM. Again, welcome to Misadventurers League, where the world is a made-up fantasy and the rules are more like guidelines. We welcome our players back. The mastermind, Casey. The devilishly charismatic, Tony.
Tip your waitress.
And the elegantly brutal, Anna. Welcome back to our world of Vo'Rys, where we find the misadventurers. And last week, you guys had gone back through and explored where you guys had now powered up part of the fortress. Made your way back up through the rooms, and in one of those rooms, the portal room, where you guys had seen those giant portals, you guys saw a footprint. Following that upstairs, you guys did explore the rest of it. You guys found an alchemist room, found some nice potions, dealt with some creatures. You guys found a massive library full of books and a massive marble column in the middle with a set of stairs that go up. There is a strange room that Seb and Jiik got into with the strange tree with boxes moving all about it.
Yeah, all those lighted boxes.
And then you guys made your way up into a massive room, one of the biggest rooms you guys have been in so far in your fortress.
Those boxes hate lockpicks.
Yes, they do.
Had a globe in the center that was moving. Seems to be powered up now. And a single moon. You guys had spotted a couple strange creatures. And you guys would remember those creatures, they exude that black smoke. You guys dispatched them and found the little brain creatures inside of those two as well. After that, Seb, you were pretty hurt and wanting to rest for a bit.
He drags his limp limbs along behind him.
Just roll along the floor.
When the door that was before you guys opened up, and a voice had invited you guys to come in and sit and have a drink of tea. Those of you that drank the tea and sat down would have received the benefits of a long rest. Those who didn't,
I'm sitting down.
sitting. And you guys, when you guys walked in, you saw the wizard Vadaryn. And if you remember, he's a very ancient-looking, gray-skinned, red-eyed, white-haired wizard wearing visible armor, carrying a crazy-looking staff with a humanoid skull with arcane runes carved all about it. And he invited you guys to sit and enjoy some tea. And as you guys sit there, he takes a nice draw off his cup as he sets it down. So, I have to say I'm very impressed with your abilities. Truly, you are formidable. Formidable to elude me thus far. But as I feel that you are not working against me or my own purposes, so here I am looking to conversate. That is my nature, to discern things, to learn about them. But if you are working for the nefarious dark beings, or that tomb chain, then we shall have an entirely different conversation. Speak freely, and tell me, who do you work for, and how did you infiltrate my lair?
Face the party? Would you like to address the band?
So you mentioned the dark ones. Who are the dark ones?
No doubt you've seen those creatures with the black smoke.
Okay. We have seen them. We do not work with them.
What is
As
responsible for those creatures?
That is what I'm trying to discern. I don't know where they come from. I don't know how long they've been here. But they hide in plain sight.
When you refer to your lair,
That would be the place that the goblins all took over, right?
I did find a lot of goblin corpses inside. You're telling me that the goblins let you in there, or do you work for the tomb chain?
it didn't exactly let us in, no.
We came to kill Tomb Chain.
We don't work for anyone but ourselves.
You familiar with a
What do you call yourselves?
Well,
I'm
shoot.
Seb.
Jiik Charleston, of course.
Brutalia.
I am Vadaryn. It is my pleasure to meet you.
Indeed. So, how long have you been here?
I only arrived not too long ago. I've only explored through the upstairs areas. This is quite an interesting place you have here. I've never seen anything like it. In fact, once you guys entered the Dreads, I lost sight of you. I did find my friend, Leorg. He is back home.
Who?
I believe the Red Cap man that you had fought.
Kind of like the little brother we buried.
Oh.
Yeah.
Glad to hear he's doing okay. And he's
No
gonna
hard
walk away.
feelings. He was simply there to test you.
Okay.
To kill us.
Are you familiar with a Zeth?
You see his face
Are we
turns
familiar
very
with it?
sour
Are we
at the
going
mention
around?
of that name.
Ooh.
Yes. I know Zeth.
Is he the leader of the Tomb Chains?
Yes. He is in league with Rivaloth, the Black Death.
We saw that.
They are no friends of mine. Zeth is a great orc warrior who has bound together orc, goblin, kobold, bugbear alike, and is using them to amass a massive army. I don't know what purpose for, but they work with the dragon. It is not good.
The dragon took something
A construct.
from the lake.
Describe. What did you see?
Well,
It's hard
We
to not
saw
be-
something
it's hard
that
to
it
not be
took from the
vulgar.
lake. Hey, what is in this tea, by the way?
It is a brew of my own special making. It is to resuscitate you, to make you feel better.
it's restorative.
There's no tricks here.
Hey, look.
If I wanted... If
That was Anna, not Brutalia.
If I
Brutalia probably
wanted-
raised an eyebrow.
I
Flex her own muscles.
If I wanted to kill you, it would be done. I'm here to learn and to discuss. I feel that since you don't work for my enemies, you may be a potential ally.
So if you lost our tracks, how did you find this place?
It was shown to me.
Well, how did you come in? Because
With my
obviously we did not let you into our place.
No. Once the power was restored, I was able to
Oh man.
portal myself in through the means shown to me.
Who showed you these ways in?
My deity.
Well,
All right. So, we saw the black dragon fly into the lake of acid. Was in there for a
The
little while.
Lake Nith.
Yeah.
yes.
That is why it's drained.
It picked up a giant construct, and then the lake started to drain. But I described this, so for the folks at home, this
Giant
fell.
robot penis.
Giant robot
Giant
penis
robot dick!
fell right off of it,
It had a crystal in it.
and it had a crystal in it. We wanted to
What color was the crystal?
red.
Was it red?
Why does that matter?
Just
Who
curiosity.
has
What's the difference between different colored crystals?
She's carrying it because it's heavy.
Well, nothing that I can really relate, but
Wrapped in a teacher. So, no. Okay.
that crystal was the one that got eaten, right?
Yes.
That crystal's the one that,
So we found
sorry, that crystal's the one that ate the other crystals, and then...
Wait, Robot
No.
Penis ate the other crystals?
the green
no,
one.
not robot
The green
penis.
one we
Penis
found
crystal.
The green orb we found, we found it.
right before we got in here.
Yeah.
But the one that was with this was
Yeah,
eaten.
was eaten.
That was eaten
Yeah.
by the green one.
So
Very
we,
death magic.
on our way in, we found another crystal. It was green. And we
Wait.
fo-
you found another crystal. What first crystal did you find?
It was the red crystal that was attached to the.
And it was eaten
red.
by the other crystal.
So we found a green crystal, and it reacted to the red crystal.
Show me this green crystal. Do you have it?
Tell
Nope.
us what you know about crystals and why you care, why they're different colors.
The green.
She's gonna tentatively sip
The green
tea.
I must see. The green I must see to know what it is.
Okay. Could you pull that up? Before you see it, no judgment on the gob of
It's cold in here.
the crystal. We killed a
Say
few
I
people to
don't
get.
understand.
How was that?
Go ahead, pull it out.
Talia's
It's
gonna
wrapped
reach
in
into
it.
her bag
It's wrapped
and
in
pull out this orb, which is probably glowing through the fabric, but
It's
it is
big,
wrapped.
right? Isn't it?
a tomb.
It's
It
big.
is-
It's
it's-
about 40 pounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 40
Like a medicine
big,
ball.
It's a big
Large
medicine
piece of
ball,
crystal, yeah.
but it's wrapped in a tomb chain banner.
Okay.
So
We killed some tomb chain.
I'm assuming the tomb chainer, you picked one that has blood all over it and stuff.
Oh,
like that,
yeah.
and pretty bloody. So
Yeah.
Oh,
he's not
yeah.
going to mind that too
Okay.
much. You do see him pull his hand like this as you set it down. The tomb chain banner actually dissolves into just powder and just.
how am I
rests
supposed to
away.
pick it up again now?
You see him close his eyes
Pull
and
out
he
another
holds
banner.
his hand out towards the crystal. And you see his face turn sour as he doubles down on it and puts his hand directly on it. You guys see his eyes turn white as you watch the crystal begin to crack and shatter into dust. You watch black smoke pour from it. He reaches for his staff and stabs it with the staff. You see at the end of his staff, he has a dagger, a black dagger. Driving it through the smoke, pinning something to the ground, you see a little squid-like creature. He puts his hand on the creature, pulls it away, and utters an incantation. You watch it just burn away into smoke.
Is it the same black smoke that from the other creature?
You guys have been seeing.
Okay.
You were carrying one trapped in a crystal. These are the dark ones, the dark beings. They must be destroyed.
Well, we've been doing our best.
Yeah.
You said that this crystal absorbed another one,
Two
a red one
other ones?
And a blue one.
and a blue one. A blue one.
I think I'm really sure.
Do either of you, any of you,
Yeah, I'm here.
you don't have... Well, I'm sensing you're the only one that doesn't have innate magic.
That would be correct.
You two, I sense magic on.
I can sling a spell or two.
You call it that.
If you did not have some form of magic, you would not have been able to enter this place. Which one of you entered this place first? I'm curious how you made your way in here.
Brutalia's
I don't
gonna allow
really
this
remember.
cookie.
Just there was a lot of chaos when we came in, and we came up to a wall, and the wall opened for us. We came in.
Why would the order make a difference as he sips his tea like this?
Does the name Talush mean anything to any of you?
And then he chokes on the tea.
You see, if you do choke on your tea, his eyes will dart right at you.
You should totally choke on it.
Yeah, you should totally choke on your tea.
So, you've seen him.
I've spoken with him?
So you are the line myth.
He's like sweating bullets.
Interesting. Well, it truly is a pleasure to meet you three. Because your line is supposed to be dead. And would explain
Guilt.
why my deity, Garsul, who is the brother of Talush, showed me how to get in here.
How do you spell Garsul?
Garsul is G-A-R apostrophe S-O-O-L. Garsul is the blue gemmed dragon.
Does it make a mule?
So there are 3 dragons.
2 that I know of for sure. 2 gem dragons. Rivaloth is not of their kind. Rivaloth is an ancient dragon of this plane. Garsul and Talush are both of elemental natures. They do not dwell on this plane.
How many dragons are there?
Well, there used to be thousands,
Thousands.
but Rivaloth and his conspirators destroyed them all ages ago. That is where the Dragon Waste saw. I don't know if any of you ever heard of the Dragon Waste.
No.
Afraid not.
It is a land littered with bones and the remains of dragons. It is where Rivaloth makes his home.
Does he kill dragons out of arrogance, or is it...
He is the only dragon remaining that people know of.
That
He-
people know of.
Did this because to make himself that. He is pretty much put himself into the kingship position of the world doing so.
Suppose that's one way to do it.
Nobody can challenge him on power. He
Why-
is the oldest known being.
What is he working towards? Why would he be here
I do
draining
not
lakes?
know.
Why would he be working with someone like Zeth?
Zeth is just a tool for him. Zeth is digging things, finding things, and I believe that is why they were in my lair. You have the Unitani.
Seems pretty impressive that he was able to pull together so many different races.
Yes. Especially races that usually adamantly don't like each other, like kobolds and goblins.
I could see why he would think he's useful.
Oh, he looked very different, though, right? He was big and...
Yes,
Yeah.
He had
he
a
is drawing
strange-
power from somewhere I cannot tell. I fear he may be working with the Dark Beings.
Well, he is our target. So,
Good luck.
if,
He avoids me quite easily. He has a ancient spellcaster with him that teleports him around.
that explains...
Yeah.
that explains a lot.
You aren't the only ones I monitor, and try at least, but I haven't been able to see you for quite a while, so...
Is there somewhere we could go that you know of that could aid us in defeating such a mighty enemy?
Time. At this point, I would not approach him. At this point.
Don't run in guns a-blazing, you mean?
True, he's the army that is more of the concern. You may be able to destroy him and on his own, but with the people that he carries with him, he is too formidable.
We definitely need to find some kind of counter for this army.
We must build more allies if we're going to work together for this end goal. My concern, chiefly, is peace. I do not want this world coming underneath the thumb of those dark creatures. They are nefarious. Let out, they would possess and rule the minds of powerful people and control the world until they are the only thing left.
So are these dark beings like those little brain things we've seen after killing them, or
Those are part of their arsenal.
And are they somewhere other than here? Because we've never seen them until entering this building.
Those ones were likely trapped here. The algae, you see, is a barrier that they cannot pass.
But you've seen them out in the world.
Yes. And you will have to be careful. You will not be able to tell somebody who is one and who is not.
It could be anyone.
I don't sense you guys have been possessed by them.
Backstory. I'm controlled by a powerful brain. It's a mastermind.
Oh boy.
Right? Mastermind? It's my master. Anyway,
Okay.
back to the story.
That'd be good.
Yeah, for sure. Well, do you have any idea where we should start forming our allies?
I'm a good one to start with, but it will take time to build trust. First and foremost is, what is this place? I'm assuming it is your home, being that you are the only ones here.
Yes, it's our home.
You would be correct in assuming such. Actually, to be fair, it's his home. He's letting us stay here.
To be
Technically, yes.
more fair than that, we followed the path here to fight the Tomb Chains organization. Watched them drain the lake, saw the entry from the lake, and now we have simply arrived here.
But this place was waiting for us. It's special for us, all three of us, even though it's Seb's.
Talush specifically asked me to, I think it's purge and clean.
Yes.
One moment as I check my notes. To purge and rebuild his house.
I've noticed that he has his iconography all over his place.
And I can't help but wonder if that wasn't metaphorical, and this is quite literally his house. And this has another purpose. He was rather vague.
Well, from what I've seen with the construction in this particular area, this orrery that we are in, I would suggest that this is of an alien construct, similar to the ones that you find in larger cities around the world.
What alien construct?
You've never been to any of those strange places, the crystalline structures jutting from the landscape.
Not all of us were raised with luxury of travel.
I've been in a bunch of cities. Have I seen one?
You may have, but you
Didn't know what it was.
probably wouldn't have paid any much attention to it other than just, oh, that's weird.
It's pretty.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're not really used for anything other than just like, man will like, humanoids will build structures off of it because it's very solid. So, you would see things like people building hovels off of it and that kind of stuff, people living inside of it and that kind of stuff, but there is no real purpose to it. Nobody really understands what they are.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. I've never seen one before either. I've been around a little bit.
What do you think the purpose of this place was? Or is?
I cannot discern that. I don't have enough experience with it, but I've never seen one that has power. Where does the power derive from?
Heat. It was an orb we found in molten lava under the structure.
An orb.
Beyond the tombs.
That's what Talush showed me. Was the location of the orb.
He showed you this. Would you show me the orb?
Sure.
Of course.
Okay. You guys take him down?
Yeah.
I'm so rested I can totally make this journey again.
Yeah.
Even if I don't trust him, I can't afford to not do what he wants.
Yeah, piss him off, yeah.
Seems pretty strong.
Pretty strong.
So, as you guys make your way down...
Here's the orb in my wallet.
Can I get you some
Shut up and
breadcrumbs?
take my money.
do you guys want to conversate with him as you guys are making your way down?
Yes,
Yeah.
why not?
Otherwise it'd be awkward.
So what other
Probably stare
information
at
can we
him.
get about weaknesses in the tomb chain that you may know of?
Zeth is overconfident. So...
It's quite big.
Yes. But he is still an orc by nature. So if you play into that, he
What are you looking at me
he
like
will
that?
charge if presented a target. He's only on the leash of Riveloth to such an extent. I don't know what they're working towards at this time, but if they were in Nith, then I imagine it's probably to retrieve the Titan that's supposedly buried at the lake.
Oh god damn it. Why didn't we
Is-
start with it? So that's what we saw them
The
take from
construct
them.
may have been the Titan? Okay. It had multiple appendages. How many? 8?
I think 8.
I think it had 8 plus 8.
Out of characters, there's a lot of different things that a Titan has been over different mythologies. What would we be perceiving him to mean as Titan in
You guys
our
have
world?
no idea.
Very good.
Because the Titans are not anything that you guys would know anything about. It's very, Vadaryn will let you guys know that even he doesn't know what the Titans truly are, other than they are some kind of massive construct that were designed to end wars.
There's a piece of one outside this place. It fell, but it was too heavy for me to carry, too heavy for us
And
to
that
move.
is the object that you were describing when you found the crystal.
Where we found the red one.
Mm-hmm.
And
How?
wasn't it shaped like a tooth?
Something like
Ish?
that.
A red gem tooth.
No, it was longer than a tooth.
But wasn't that the shape? Maybe I'm misremembering.
Are we not talking about that?
We're talking about this.
I'm talking about the red crystal we found inside of that.
Oh, yeah. It was tooth-shaped, the crystal.
Yeah, that would be a long tooth.
An opposable
I
tooth.
shouldn't
if
hold
you
it
can.
wrong.
Long
I
as
call
a
it
tooth.
Chomper.
It's my chomping tooth.
Champa.
Champa.
Yeah, the crystal was it looked like a big red tooth.
Interesting.
Does that black dragon have red crystal teeth?
No.
Okay.
The only creature that I would think that had red crystal teeth would be Talush.
Oh no, that means
I've never seen
killed
any
one
other
of his
red
teeth.
gem dragons.
oops.
Oh god.
And you don't know to what end they would want the Titan. Any purpose?
Rivaloth, I have no idea what he would do with it. It's not technology that anybody would have know anything about. It's
Alien?
completely old.
Powered by crystal. Are all crystal of different color from dragon?
That's what I'm trying to learn. There is much about this world that still confuses me. The world seems to die and be reborn in a cycle.
I don't understand.
There is evidence that this world has supported life before the life that is here.
Like what?
Like the giant constructs that jut from the ground. The alien constructs, these dark beings. Nobody knows where they come from. This fortress that we're in clearly is of unknown technology and origin. Something
you could
that
get hot water whenever you want it here.
And don't
He gives
try
you a
picking the
strange look.
locks.
Yeah, don't try to
What?
pick the locks.
which locks?
Oh, I don't know.
Any of the locks. I would probably describe the moving boxes.
And you tried to open these.
I opened one,
What was inside?
a glowing light.
Interesting.
Would you like to see those as well?
Yes.
We can show you. Yeah.
It's on the way.
Yeah, we'll check it out on the way. And
So I think we can
Here's
counter
our
those
glowing
glowing boxes
boxes.
first.
Yes, the glowing
Yeah,
boxes
that'd
would
be
be
perfect.
directly underneath what he referred to as the orrery.
this is really our conversation piece.
Okay.
See how the boxes really kind of add to the feng shui of the room?
It really ties everything together.
Really tied the room together.
So he chooses a box that is of medium, and he
In luck, I couldn't
Well,
pick
first
it
of
with a
all,
crit.
does he just like teleport into there? Does he like zoom through?
oh yeah
This
he
thing-
just teleports into the room.
Oh my
When you
God.
guys watch the room, he sees it. He just appears next to the tree,
I just go, that's so much easier than what we did.
Yeah.
and you see him study it for a minute, watching the pattern of the
As
boxes
it's, like,
as they're sliding around and
flashes
they're
of
changing
them.
colors.
Mm.
And he puts his hand on a medium-sized blue one. And you see him hold his hand to the key.
You can't snap.
It pops open. And you guys see the light of a blue aura, similar to what you saw with the green one. He reaches in with his hand. And he pulls out from it a set of shackles. Interesting.
All right.
I'm just imagining catching like flashes of this, like a strobe light kind of scene.
The box, after he withdraws that, fades out of existence. And the boxes begin shifting again. He snaps, and he appears back in front of you guys.
Oh god, that's jolting.
Perhaps these may be useful to you. He tosses them. They are dimensional shackles.
Should I have pulled the light out of the other bottle I opened? Alright.
Those are arcane lock boxes. They are extremely hard to lock. Or hard to pick, excuse me.
Well, I did pick one.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
And I busted about 20 on
Pretty
another.
good.
You may want to try later on. So I feel that there might be some interesting things in there.
Any chance you could open any of the other ones?
Do I know what the small one I picked originally was?
Yes, but
I
I
would love to take
feel
the light
that
out of
would
it.
be beneficial for you guys to discover those things on your own.
All right.
Just gonna pop in there. Where's that one that I had opened? I think I know how that one works.
You want to try opening that one?
That's
green one
the
again?
one that I did, the little guy, right?
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, how many picks do I have? 2?
I think you had 3 left.
Three.
if I
The
remember
DM
right.
was kind and said you had 3.
I give him the guidance.
Yeah, you do.
So, with your guidance, I want you to start describing to me how you guide.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, you got it. So I put my hand on him and I channel my lady through my hand, and she actually guides him for me.
Do you say anything? Do you utter an incantation to call her?
Not consciously, but so if my eyes roll back in my head and I start talking, just go with what it says. Okay.
14.
Break a lot. Break another pick.
That was the freebie. That was the
Are you ready
freebie.
to roleplay again?
All right, here we go. So if you move it just a little bit to the left,
I go, all right, I kind of shake it out. Shake it out.
don't hold it so tight. Just work it a little bit easier,
Haha.
slower.
1 on your stupid guidance.
Yeah, well, you know, it wasn't great
That's
guidance.
17 plus 5 is 22.
It opens.
Oh, thank God.
Nice.
I thought that was the bad tikink.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
And I pull the light out because the wizard did that, right? I saw him do
So
that.
you saw him reach into it.
I reach into it.
Okay. As you begin withdrawing your hand,
Yeesh.
you pull out a strange looking bag that has like spatial, like moving on it. It's like looks like it's black space moving.
Oh.
As you look at it, you see Vadaryn hold his hand out. It's an interesting portable hole you found.
You
I
passed up.
throw it over his head. No, I'm kidding.
No!
I killed the wizard!
And I win!
Until he casts fucking time stop and then slits all her throat.
Hearing him say it's a
something.
portable hole, I'm gonna... I don't even... And how does one keep such a thing safe?
As long as you don't lay it down or open it, it will stay closed.
Okay.
Put it in my bag. Anybody else
What
want
happens
that?
if
Do
you lay
not
it
put that
down?
in your bag of holding.
Just kidding. Does anybody...
Unless you want to open a dimensional rift that sucks us all into an unknown plane.
Actually, that does sound kind of cool.
Huh?
And I just grow horns. No, I'm just kidding.
What is a portable hole?
It makes a hole wherever you place it. So you could throw it onto the wall and throw things into it. You could throw it on the ground and have somebody fall into it. There's many uses for a
Oh,
portable
you
hole.
could throw people and creatures into it.
Can you recover from this hole?
If you can get out of it quick enough, but generally speaking, no.
If you threw an item in, you cannot retrieve it.
Yes. Items, yes. People probably die.
Oh, that's exciting.
Like that book.
Oh, yeah. So,
Are you saying that out loud?
no.
Okay.
No.
No. Portable hole.
Still skirting that
It's
issue.
me on the hook, babe, bro.
And same thing happens once you pick the lock and you withdraw that item from it. The box itself vanishes out, and the other boxes continue moving.
And here I thought it was a way to just get through doors, like you put a hole and you can just walk through it. No.
Oh no, it's a hole in the ground. Like you can fill it up. It holds a crazy amount of stuff.
You think a dragon could fit in here?
No, not big enough.
Darn. Yeah, it's worth a shot.
And in my head, I just think it almost fit a wizard.
So you guys leave this spot. And you guys have been making your way
Can you
down to the
imagine?
library.
Yeah, and then the story.
You're gonna have
Yeah.
to rewrite a lot of stuff.
AJ or Mo would be so mad.
Table flip.
Screams over, folks. Screams over.
I mean, you guys could, and the game would still go on, but it'd just be very difficult to get stuff done.
So we continue taking him down to
Yep.
the...
You do see him pause and just like stop for a moment and just admire the book collection that you guys have, and just kind of you see him just kind of eyeballing around, just like very like
Keep an eye on him.
imagine the wealth of knowledge in here.
Indeed.
You guys begin making your way back down. When you guys pass through the portal room, he will definitely point out to you guys, these take you
The
different
archways?
destinations.
The archways.
Yes. Garsul is the one who showed me the blue portal.
Was this the room that had the blue crystal in the ceiling?
Yep.
Do you know
So
how
is that
you...
from your dragon?
I don't believe so. I believe it's still of construct technology that we do not know.
Would we be able to activate these portals?
I don't know that. I need to understand this place before I can answer such questions.
Can't your god tell you?
It's not like message. I can't just
Doesn't
talk to
work.
him anytime. It's only
You
on
came
his
in through one of
terms.
these portals.
Yes.
What did you have to do to get here?
Well, Garsul showed me the portal. Once I know where it is and the portal had power, I can just arcane myself through it. I can just teleport through.
Wow.
Very well.
Can you teleport more than yourself?
Yes, I could. In fact, you see him take a few minutes. He withdraws from a bag a clay token. And on the clay token has some kind of strange writing on it. And you see him again place his hand on it, and he mutters to himself as he closes his eyes. As he withdraws the hand, you see that the clay token has now turned into a iron token.
Huh.
And he hands this over to you. That will allow you to teleport back to the blue gate. It has only 3 charges before I will need to recharge it again.
And to activate it...
Just speak my name, and I'll portal you through. Please be in close proximity of one another, probably within 5 feet. Otherwise, only one of you will go.
Okay.
If I want to ditch these two. Alright.
But as you guys continue
God
making your way
damn it,
down,
Seb.
I know. It's just the worst.
you guys reach the area with the strange panels. And he's looking at that with the different energy going through it, and he pauses for a minute and looks. He sees a couple that are in that first position that are not working.
Yeah.
And you see him for a second,
Oh my god.
and you see it start forming as if it's mending itself back together.
Say what?
You see, he repairs those ones that are broken in that first position. So now all the ones in first position, he takes the time, spending it casting his spells on each one of those in that first position on all panels, so that they are all now fixed.
And that was what originally turned on the light, was that first position. The
Mhm.
Okay. So nothing new sparks the light. It's
Nothing
just
new
those.
sparks light, but you guys do have all those now repaired, and he's I will spend more time to repair these, but we have other things we need to attend to. And you guys do make your way back down into the power generator area, where he does just gasp at this massive pylon that has arcing electricity off it. You guys see clearly on his facial expression, he has never seen anything like this.
Drink it in.
And he's just like kind of like a kid in a candy store, where he's like looking at everything, really studying its like construction, taking the time to like even like measure it out like with his height, and like trying to get like a perception of like how massive the scale is this thing. And then he moves to the orb and really begins looking at this.
By the time
Studying
it might be
it.
hot.
You know, I think I might just have an idea.
What kind of idea?
We're listening.
I believe I know where another orb is.
What you talking about?
Question, DM, out of character, do we know where another spot for an orb is?
There's 7.
There's 6.
There's 6.
6 total pylons that are around this one center pylon.
And they each have a spot.
They're
for
all
a
one of those
similar
little
orb.
dishes
Yes,
that...
and they all
okay.
have the spot for an
The
orb.
same thing that's.
You
I
guys
thought we'd only seen the one
1/6
spot. So okay.
of them currently with an orb.
Got it.
There is an ancient being who lives close to the Wiccar capital of Vo'Rys, in the Fetid Spire. His name is Saihaka. He carries with him a strange box. He is far older than I am, and he uses this box for his own purposes. Some good, some bad. We're not really sure if he's good or bad by his alignment, by his nature. But being where he dwells, he is in a very decayed and old place. The city of Vo'Rys is made on those strange constructs, those strange alien pieces.
Have I ever heard of Weirest or the Fetid Spire?
You guys would know of Vo'Rys, but you probably would have never actually traveled there. Being that your primary place of work is Nidria, you would have been working there primarily. You may have had jobs that took you into Wiccar, but for the most part, no.
I don't think
You would not really know anything other than maybe hearing it in passing in like pit fights and stuff like that, but not really have any exposure about what Wiccar is or Vo'Rys. You probably would know of it and know that it's the capital of Wiccar, but you've been mostly based in Idri as well, doing your business. So at this point, you guys, most of you have never really even traveled through Wiccar before.
And did he name the old man?
Saihaka.
How do you spell that?
SI-HAKA.
close.
And what would be the easiest way to get to this place?
Well, the Fetid Spire is a place that no one can get to except for a few.
What's what they said about here?
True.
We can
However,
get rid of the home.
this place does not have an entire city built almost on top of it. Vo'Rys is built on a canyon peak.
This one just had a giant lake of acid built on it.
We went through a lake of acid to get here. I think we can handle a canyon.
Well, we waited for the acid.
Oh,
to
yeah,
drain.
okay. We're splitting hairs.
Oh, did
Canyon.
it drain after we got in?
The canyon is filled with a decrepit forest called the Rottenwood.
Hmm.
Strange creatures live there,
My nickname in
and
high
it
school.
is sealed from Vo'Rys.
That's an important name.
I would suggest heading towards Vo'Rys, and when you arrive, seek out a contact of mine. His name is Thorn Keats.
Thorn Keats.
Thorn Keats.
Thorn, Thorne, last name Keats, Keats.
He's a thorny son bitch.
He's a smuggler, and he has done a lot of work for me. And he is probably one of the only people that could get you through Vo'Rys and into the Rottenwood to the Fetid Spire. But I believe that box that Sihaka carries contains another orb. It seems to match descriptions I have read in literary books about him.
Wow. He wrote books about him. Must be pretty important.
Not books about him, but he is mentioned in tales, folklore, that kind of thing. A lot of mythology of this world. This is one of the things that leads me to believe that there is something going on nefarious in this world, because there are creatures like him that persist while most life dies off.
So he was around before one of these recreations you were talking about.
Nobody knows how old.
That old.
Nobody knows how old he is.
Is that possible that he would be that old?
He's not a creature I've ever dealt with or come across.
Okay.
And if we make this journey to get back here, we should be able to use your device.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
How far away is this weirdest place?
I could teleport you, but you would still be, by estimation, probably 5 or 6 days away.
You're going to
Travel.
stay here.
If you permit me to, I will not stay if you do not wish me to, but I would love to stay here and research and learn what I can about this place.
Do you know any cooks?
Cooks?
Mm-hmm.
Could you, like, take a cook for us?
Take a cook?
Yeah, he'd probably want to come.
Yeah, one in particular we had in mind. Makes
Perhaps.
the best eyeball stew.
It was a special stew. It's a long story. I don't know you well enough to share it.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's not that long. Ripped out an eyeball and made stew out of it.
Maybe to you that's all it was. To me it was much more.
If you
My
provide me
own
with a
vomiting.
location, I can attempt to bring him to this location. Is
my
that somebody
God,
you
you
want
guys
to
kidnapping Telfor?
put into your employ?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of Black Talon?
The slaving guild in Nidria.
Filthy pigs who used to own me and said.
Hmm.
Well, the night we killed most of them and escaped, this Telfor, he was nice, he helped us, he made us food. He cooked an eyeball for me. You're right, it's a short story if I leave out all the detail. We'd like him here, and, I mean, I can't imagine he'd want to stay with Talon.
Do you have anything that I could use to scry upon him and see where he's at? Any food that he may have given you, anything like that I can use that he may have handled?
I mean, I have a little left, but if you have gentle stomach, maybe you don't want to get too close to smell it.
She's had it for a little while now.
It's been like 2 weeks.
It's been, at least 2 weeks.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I have a strong stomach and constitution.
Please don't eat it, I'm saving it.
She's so polite.
She'll bring
He doesn't actually need to, like, he just needs to be able to, like, sense whoever's interacted with that.
Put the last bit of
He
my
takes
stew
a
on
few
the table.
minutes and focuses on it.
You're so polite, Brutalia.
You see him for a few minutes, and
I
you
can
see
be.
him with his other hand begin conjuring.
Oh my god.
Out of character, did we get the impression that Telfor was like permanently there just cooking for these guys, or does he usually go home to like a family after work?
You got the impression that that's what he does.
Okay.
He works for the Black Talon. He was
Alright.
at that camp.
Doesn't have time for a family.
And all of a sudden,
Poor
in
guy.
the generator room where you guys currently are, appears Telfor. And he's got a pot with a ladle in it. And he's just...
Oh my god. Hi!
Ding! You hear it drop, and you just see like stuff splash. He's just looking around like, oh my god!
Telfor, hello! Hi!
Brutalia!
Hello.
Your
Jiik.
friends, hi,
Jiik,
yes,
yeah.
hi, Seb, Jiik, what? How did, what is,
I don't
who's
know.
he? What is going on here? Oh, I was cooking and all of a sudden I'm here.
Brutalia's going to walk up and slap him across the face. Calm down, man!
Whew.
We saved you.
Save
Save me
me from what? From cooking?
From the Talon.
They paid me pretty well. To cook for them. Thanks, I guess. Are you...
We have a business.
I'm gonna have to
proposition.
demand-
I mean, how
Shackle
well
or
did they
cook.
pay you? Well, you sleep on, like, hay at night?
I mean, I had a nice room in their house. I received a modest pay. 3
Okay.
gold a month.
Well, now, maybe I think I should have thought about this more, you guys. I'm sorry. I
No,
thought...
we have a business proposition for you. Would you mind cooking for us? You may stay here, and we'll pay you
20 gold a month.
gold a month.
Give me a
So he
persuasion
lives
check.
underground. No.
You have
Maybe
your
so.
own nice room. Gosh, I feel like a real jerk now.
I'm 6 on Twitter. Are you pretty high too?
Um,
Your
what?
charisma.
So are you? So if whoever is talking is going to be doing the
plus
persuasion
5.
check. So if it's
I'm
going
a
to be
bad
Jiik,
roller.
then you can inspire him by like going like by giving him some kind of aid.
All right, give me the aid, and then I'm gonna call my lady to give me some guidance as well.
Just stand behind him and do the puppy dog eyes like a Telfor.
That's pretty good.
All right, my sweet lady.
20,
What should I say?
24.
Oh, you're not giving me guidance.
24.
Okay, well, I'll take that then.
Or was there no guidance? It'd be 22 without guidance.
No, you can have the
You
guidance.
see Telfer go,
I was just getting ready to like really.
20 gold a month
That's a lot. I was gonna say 4.
and my own room?
You can have 4 rooms.
Is
we have like 100.
Huge room, so big, like bigger than
1 room.
Yeah, you can have one.
We have like 100 rooms.
Yeah, but
And
we
it
kinda
can't be
close with the
mine
people.
or Jiik's or Seb's.
You can have the room next to me.
I guess I don't need to worry about putting my 2 weeks in then.
Nope.
What is that?
That's when you quit.
You can quit the Black Talon.
Well, I'm not actually a member. I'm just an employee. I just cook for them when they're ever at that particular camp.
Oh.
Which, by the way, I
calm down.
will let you know, they returned. In fact, I was cooking dinner for them. They are not very happy. They,
No kidding.
I will be completely honest with you. I divulged it was you that did that. I'm really sorry. I hope this doesn't change our
Is he
arrangement.
holding cooking stuff?
No, he dropped it. He is now like fidgeting with his hands at this point,
Telfor.
like very like.
Put your hand out. Put your hand out. Smack.
Hang on.
Shame.
Vadaryn's just standing there.
Yeah, Vadaryn is still just kind of like looking at all the pylons and stuff and really taking. He's not really paying attention to what you guys are doing.
Conjure a man out of thin air and
Yep.
back to my musings.
So I'm a little more distant for a moment, I think, and I would ask Vadaryn first. What would it take, not at this time, if I wanted to travel back where Telfor came from? Is that something you can now do, having pulled him from there?
I could, yes. I could send you.
And then addressing Telfor, I'm like, do not worry. I am far more angry than they will ever be, and I will be going back at some point to address them myself.
What did you tell them and what did they say?
Okay.
Who did you talk to?
Well, Panak has taken the reins of the Black Talon. He is now the leader. Specifically, they said that they would gut, quarter, mount your heads on spikes,
All at the same time.
all those kinds of things.
Panak said that.
Specifically about those two. He did not take part in the discussions of things they would do about you, which I would rather not repeat. But it was not pleasant things said.
Back to Vadaryn, I would turn. What would it take eventually for you to bring Panak here?
I
Out of
don't-
curiosity.
do not know who that is.
You didn't know Telfor.
True, but
What would
I
we
had
need to
something
acquire?
of Telfor's that allowed me to bring him here.
I think I have some of Panak's clothes.
Mm.
I'm just curious for future reference.
Oh, don't you worry, Panak will find us.
Yes.
I have the only thing that he cares about.
He misses his hammer.
True.
In fact, he
you summon him with
forged a new axe specifically to find you all with.
I'll have to change from a hammer to an axe. That's
He and the rest are looking for you. They've brought on some new, very unscrupulous types into their ranks. There was a bit of a mess with some of the guilds. Some people are no longer living.
as filth like they do deserve.
Well, it sounds like it worked out pretty well for Panak.
Pretty well. So yeah,
So-
I'm gonna throw him his 20 gold in a little pouch.
So first month's wages,
So what
Can't
do
go
I
anywhere and
work?
spend it, but
I'm gonna walk him upstairs. I need a minute anyways, so I'll walk him upstairs.
oh really?
If you guys want to go with,
Sure. I don't think we have anything for you to cook with right now.
there's a few.
I
little
have
things,
I have breadcrumbs, but I was saving them.
Oh,
So, yeah, so if you guys could accompany me, please. Vadaryn, would you please give us a moment? we're gonna go show him the kitchens.
Do you mind if I continue?
Please.
You do see him, like, a parchment appears out of his hand, and he begins, like, lets it go, and it begins, like, writing stuff as he's describing things to it. It begins drawing what he's describing on this parchment.
Okay. Alright. So they're not weird? Acting like everything's pretty normal?
Yeah, so we'll take, taking Telfor up to the kitchens to show him that and show him where his room is.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pull these two aside and start talking to you about Vadaryn. So what's your gauge on Vadaryn so far? Is this somebody you think we can trust?
I mean, he's been pretty helpful.
You're a pretty good gauge.
I'd say we've gained a lot just from talking to him.
Yeah.
He hasn't taken certain books from us yet.
He has mentioned it. I was able to change the subject
Very
once.
clever.
I don't know how many times he'll allow that, but I need to confer with my lady for a little while and see if maybe I can glean something from her and maybe from where he's asking us to go. See if that's maybe something that we should seriously pursue.
Well, maybe he'd be able to help your lady find whatever she wants in the book if it's his, right?
Maybe. Or he uses it against us.
I am more concerned that that book itself is an end goal to be unleashed. Much like all of these great beings we keep coming into contact with are searching for apparent titans in acid lakes and so forth. The book puts me a little on edge.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to go into my chambers and meditate for a while.
That's what you call it.
I think I'm going to go be by myself for a bit too.
So good luck with Vadaryn.
And I get even more pale somehow.
And Panak.
Teleport.
Well, no, I mean Panak. Because he wants to.
That guy could have summoned Panak, and we could have knocked Panak.
Knock, Panak. Alright, so, so I'm going to go into my room.
Yeah.
And
Vacuuming.
spend a little bit of time talking to my lady.
Alright. I think it's a good place to take a break for a little bit. So we're going to take a break, guys.
Thanks. And I do have a mirror in my pants. Thank you. Wink.
Have a lot of story bombs drop now.
Yeah, just a few.
Will be.
Just a few.
We'll be back.
Or be.
Hello, welcome back to the Misadventures League. We had a nice little break. And at this point, you guys, Brutalia and Jiik, you guys went and retired to your rooms. Seb, you're just kind of
Hanging out with a wizard.
doing your own thing, watching Vadaryn, making sure
Telfor.
and you just watch Vadaryn. He's just really taking notes on what he's saying, trying to discern what this machine is and what it does. But you guys, he did tell you that he can teleport you out when you guys are ready, as close as to Vo'Rys as he can get you from here. So at this point, you guys are kind of at your own discretion what you want to do.
At your leisure.
Brutalia's just pacing in her room.
We call it brooding.
I think
Brutalian.
Pacing. No, she's not a brooder.
I would probably work on setting up Telfor to be comfortable by the time we get back. Some food and things like that, and show him around the kitchen.
Perfect. Yeah, it's he's actually like very excited when he sees the kitchen, because he's used to working in like a very small kitchen.
I don't know that he's thought through that you can't spend your gold if you live underground.
It's okay.
But he'll be alright. He's got a nice place to live, and soon we'll have a crew.
Yeah, and he's surprised at running water, like hot water and that kind of stuff. He's really just like, oh my god, you guys, this is so cool.
The refrigerator. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the refrigerated
We
larder.
were also surprised. If you need some lava, go downstairs.
Need some lava? All the way down in the basement. You're gonna walk by a bunch of dead bodies. Don't worry about that.
Do not stress
We have
that.
no plans of cleaning them up. So, I'm just meditating in my room,
Okay.
communing with my deity.
What are you communing about?
I am asking for guidance on Vo'Rys and the tome, and whether or not I should trust the wizard with any information on it.
And if you should give the wizard the tome.
So,
And what?
If you should give him the tome.
Or if I should show it show it to him, whatever. All that good stuff.
the Pale Knight would indicate to you that just be cautious. But he was already in possession of the book once and hid it. You'd also understand that she probably wants you to maintain that book, to maintain ownership of it, because she does want it for her own purposes. But she's not giving you any clear indication on why. But you get the sense that she's not entirely sure of what that book is, but she knows it's something she needs.
Okay.
Have you disclosed any of your information about your deity to anybody else?
I mean, they've heard me refer to the lady, but they don't know it's the Pale Knight.
He's
Okay.
never said Pale Knight to me.
Okay.
When Brutalia asked you about her, you didn't really know.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't even know. She's like, well,
I don't know much. I just know she tells me what to do, and she's pretty nice to me.
Sometimes
What could you ask
I
for?
butcher crowds of people in her name without even waking up from a dream.
Yeah, it's not even a big deal.
They're generally bad.
I mean, if
Generally.
you don't remember it happening, did it really happen? But now I remember.
You would also get the inclination that you should lean towards trusting your companions, especially Seb, at this point. Particularly because of
Dick!
you get a glimpse of the red dragon when you're talking with her. You get the sense that they have I'll just say you are out of this, so there is somewhat of a tenuous alliance between them. You get the feeling just by what she's disclosing to you. This is all done through visionary. This is not done through any kind of formal communication. So as you're communing with her, she's showing you things that would indicate these types of messages to you. You get the sense that both of them, whatever these dragons are and whatever she is, they are both in wanting that book. So the fact that you guys maintain it is good. You have it. You guys are in possession of it. She wants you to maintain that. She does not know what to think of Vadaryn yet, but being that he is willing to ally with you, use that.
Okay.
This all happens probably over the course of about an hour, so it's a very slow process. The images last for a good stretch of time when you're absorbing them in.
We kind of have to interpret them. And
when you awake from this, you are pouring sweat, and you feel that your skin still has that black tinge to it, but you feel a little bit different as far as your abilities.
Yeah, okay. My fingers are getting real itchy.
Yeah, you feel like you have very itchy fingers right now. You want to cast maybe 2 of those at a time. So, Brutalia.
She's pacing.
That's it? Alright. So about an hour or so has passed, and Jiik, do you rise from your room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Seb, at this point, you have definitely shown Telfer everywhere.
Here's the freezer.
Yep. Telfer is really excited. He's just like, so, what do I start cooking?
Here's some jerky.
There's not a lot to cook with here. And I'm fine with that. But I need to know if you guys need, where do I get supplies at? There's a lot of logistical things here we're going to need to work out. Because I don't have food. If I can't cook for you guys, I can't cook for myself.
I would have already started divvying up stuff that I had to keep him.
So he has provisions for himself.
And I'd probably ask them to pitch in a little bit. Try to make sure he's good until we get back.
Okay.
With the promise that we will return with plenty of material to cook with.
There's some rats hanging around if you want to cook those up.
I've eaten rat before. It's okay. It's not the best, but...
In fact, I think there's some already dead ones that we killed. Maybe
Yeah,
an hour
I can
ago.
go find those.
A couple hours ago.
Is the wizard staying here as well?
I think we've decided to let him stay.
Okay.
Right? I mean, it's
He's
mostly-
allowed to
Well, I'm
stay.
sure I can always pester him for some help. He did bring me here, so I'm sure he can.
Is there anything in that pot you were making?
Well, it would be all over the place at this
You
point.
can scoop it
It's
back
just-
up, right?
I mean, I could, yeah.
The
If you
90-minute
guys
rule?
want some soup, but it's probably pretty cold by now. I can heat it up for you guys if you guys are hungry.
No, we're good. It just...
Yeah. I just need to get supplies so I can actually stock the kitchen and the larder so we can actually start cooking for you guys and earning my keep.
Okay. So we should probably head back down to the wizard and check in and maybe let him know that he can stay.
It's just you two at this point. Brutalia is not
Still
with you guys.
So, yeah, I get the feeling that we're going to end up having to find an army, and that this place could maybe house quite a few people.
It is looking necessary.
All right. So I guess we'll head towards. Should we knock on Brutalia's door and see if she wants to go?
Yeah. We may as well get out of here before we run out of supplies and starve to death.
I do like the really obnoxious knock, 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 knock.
What?
Hey, we've decided to let Vadaryn stay with us. Do you want to come down and tell him the good tidings? Or do you want to stay in your room?
Or do you not want him to stay?
I'll come. She opens the door.
Okay. You guys see Brutalia exit.
Come on down!
You guys head down, and you guys see Vadaryn. He now has a parchment that is like self-rolling itself. It seems to just be manifesting more parchment as he's just constantly writing, like describing things. And a copper pillar here, and you see his pen just drawing everything he's describing exactly as you guys are seeing it.
Show off.
Hello. Can I do anything? Are you guys ready to go?
Not quite yet. We just wanted to let you know that we're good with you staying here if you want to.
Excellent. I appreciate that. Anything I do find, I will, of course, disclose to you. I'm not one to hide things from my friends, I would suppose to say, my allies.
We'll call it allies for now.
Sounds good. I'm okay with this. As long as we're continuing on the same goals, I see no reason to not have an accord. Is there anything I can do for you beyond that, or?
There are some menial things that we could use a little assistance on. Our cook needs access to food. We're not exactly close to anything.
Okay.
So if you could help him get out to get supplies when needed, and we'll bring back as we go also. But in the meantime, just to kind of help things automate.
Yes, I should be finished here shortly with this area. So once I'm done here, I will. What is his name?
Telfor?
Telfor, correct. Thank you. I will find Telfor and take him to a place where he can get some supplies. Bring him back, of course. That is within my power.
Okay. Thank you. So, should we head on out, or is there anything we've explored pretty much every part of this?
I think it's best to get going.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's go.
So I'll pack up.
So you see him.
Did you bring that book with you?
No, I didn't. I left it in my I left it in my secret hidey hole.
You see him. A chalk appears in his hand and he begins drawing a circle on the ground with arcane inscriptions. Spends a little bit of time, and you see him weaving his hands around as you watch the arcane circle light up. He asks you guys to step in it. And as he closes his hand, it flashes blue, and you guys disappear. And all of a sudden, you appear in a puff of blue smoke. You guys are standing on a roadway.
Yeah, all right.
And there is a sign that indicates Vo'Rys in this direction.
That way. So the reason I left the book is because that secret hidey hole, apparently, if I remember correctly, has whatever's in there. You can't detect it.
You can't detect it.
I can't detect it, and that's good enough for me because I'm arrogant.
Fair enough.
I'm arrogant as fuck. So, you guys are now on this road.
On the road again.
That is leading to Vo'Rys, and one of the first things you guys would notice is the roads here seem to be way less well taken care of. They are very ruddy and just basic roads that people just trod down and don't really give a crap about.
It's the pumpkin spice latte of roads. Just basic. Yeah.
As you guys are making your way, you guys would notice that another thing that, being from Nidria, that you guys are, that you guys are not seeing guard patrols walk down the roads. You guys have not, in your few hours of travel, run across any kind of indications that there are any kind of patrols. You don't see any kind of like postings or camp spots where the guards would stop and make camp or anything like that. It's another odd thing to you guys. Like,
how heavily rutted are the roads?
Pretty, like, deep ruts and stuff. You can definitely tell, like, this road is very well traveled.
Well traveled, not well maintained.
Nope.
Gotcha. Okay.
As you guys make your way, you are seeing that the foliage, because you guys are still behind you, you guys have noticed that the area is less foliage towards, like, the dreads where you guys have just come from, and foliage is starting to pick back up.
I think at some point while we're walking, Brutalia would cease brooding long enough to try and initiate a conversation with Jiik and Seb.
Or she continues on
Yeah.
some way or the other. Okay.
Yeah.
By all means.
I think I need to tell you guys something.
I'm listening.
Why I don't want to bring Panak to us. And why that first night when we left the Talon stronghold, I told you that he was mine to kill.
Okay.
He was supposed to come back for me that night. To leave with me before they took me and sold me or killed me or did whatever they were going to do to me. But when Venom took my bear pelt, when he took all I have left of my coster from me, I thought, well, I can't wait in cage for Panak anymore. I have to go get my pelt, and then maybe I'll find him and we'll leave. And that's when I found you, Seb. And I thought, well, one more person to fight our way out. And then we found you, Jiik. Venom dead there.
Panak was supposed to help you get out.
He was supposed to leave with me. To help me out. And to leave the Talon. So imagine my surprise when I see his hammer sitting in Venom's office and Venom dead on the floor. It was quite a surprising thing, but I saw his hammer and still I thought, well, maybe he's getting food, finding horse, I don't know. So I thought I'd take it to give it to him. And then you remember the rest of the night. You remember Telfor telling us how Panak and the others left. He left me there, thinking he was going to come for me. Not even man enough to say to my face that he'd rather stay with stupid Guild. So this is why I don't want to bring him to me. This is why he has to come to me. This is why he will come to me, because I have his hammer. Do you understand?
Sounds like this is a guy that needs to
I
die.
think so.
I want him to say to my face. I want him to admit it to my face. And I want him to have to find me and admit it after leaving me there to the wolves. If it hadn't been for you two, I never would have gotten out of there. If things hadn't happened the way they did, Venom would have just captured me again, and who knows if I'd even be alive anymore.
You're the one that let me out of my cage.
You're the one who gave me a bed sheet with a manacle.
So we're clear that that wasn't a rope.
We're clear now that it wasn't the rope.
Okay.
You know, I had one eye. It had just been hours since it was plucked from my head. I was still getting used to new vision.
Mm-hmm. Well, whatever we can do to help you. At least, I can't speak for Seb, but whatever I can do.
Of course. Whatever happens, however you want it to happen, you just let me know. And we'll stick to your vision.
Oh, you're more than welcome to help. But when it happens, I will be the one that makes that light leave his eyes. He will die by my hand.
Fair enough.
Sounds fair. Poor Panak. I feel so bad for him.
Damn, he's a dick.
He has no idea the brutality coming his way.
Seriously. So you guys travel, have this conversation. It's starting to get dark out. You guys aren't sure totally how far away from where rest you guys are, but you guys are probably going to want to make camp soon.
Hey, don't we
I
have a
have
tent?
an arcane tent.
We do indeed.
We never used it because we found the house.
Yeah, we found a mansion.
Yeah.
A
Humble
castle.
abode.
It's a castle.
All right.
All right.
Shall I pitch a tent?
Please,
I
we've
thought
been
you
waiting for you to do this all
I
day.
thought you'd never ask.
Where's that guy? The
You're such
curvy guy in chat. This was his
Setting up
moment.
setting up the tent
Tent.
takes 10 minutes of effort. What appears to be an ordinary tent, you're otherwise blah, 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 blah. Okay, I think we would get off the road a bit, find some kind of somewhat cover. I think it's just going to appear to be a tent.
Yeah.
It's not invisible or anything cool.
Nope.
So we will pitch the tent.
And I believe it doesn't have any, like, there's no, like, password to get into it or anything
No,
like that, so.
it's just super large inside. It still has it's kind of the same as Lehman's hut, but without some of the protection.
We can take watches, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to take watch.
So you guys pitch the tent.
Mm-hmm.
Guys head inside. Who's going to be watching first?
I'll take first watch.
First watch? Okay.
Do you want to do 3 watches, right?
Yeah.
So we each
We'll
get
split it
enough
up.
sleep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for your perception check.
17.
17.
Hold on.
What are you doing?
Guiding
Perfect
themselves.
Saying a little prayer.
Saying a little prayer.
Little
Or tell me what you're doing to guide.
It's saying a little prayer to myself.
Malady.
It's guide my eyes, my lady.
Help me be very perceptive. Waiting.
Yes.
Hello.
It's me. Sorry.
So that turned into a 20.
Okay. You're on watch. And all of a sudden you see the flaps flutter. And as soon as that happens, you suddenly feel yourself fall flat face first on the ground.
Face
Oh my
first.
God.
No, not my moneymaker.
It's high noon twice.
Seb,
Yes.
as you lay there, I need you to give me a wisdom save.
18.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You
Hell
see hovering over you a witch entity,
Holy fuck.
her hair waving in the wind, and she has got her hands near your face, and seeing that all of a sudden you wake up, you see her recoil back. Black smoke. And she disappears.
Wait, was this
No.
like Ghostbusters where she's undoing his pants, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Not like black smoke,
Not
like the
that
other
kinda
black
way.
smoke, though. Different black smoke.
Like what?
Like the brain black smoke.
Very similar.
Very similar.
Shut up.
That got a little unzipped.
Not entirely sure what that whole thing meant.
But you wake up all of a sudden just like with, very like horror movie style,
Yep.
where she's literally about like 6 inches from your
Ugh.
body over you with her hands reaching out towards your face, and seeing you all of a sudden wake up. 'Cause
Ah!
you saved against her.
It's like, remember the first time you saw one of those videos that had the scary thing in it that made you
Yeah.
jump? Oh, God.
Very much like
I would look for Jiik first.
you see Jiik face first on the ground, just passed out.
I'm gonna kick him.
Okay.
A fine job you're doing on your watch.
I
Does he wake up if I kick him?
don't think.
Natalia's just
Oh,
snoring.
I don't know what happens, okay? So.
Oh,
Piss off, you tosser.
Did you see the lady?
No, I was standing there watching and doing a great job, thank you. And then I don't know what happened. Then you were kicking me. Jerk.
Okay.
I'm gonna look outside of the tent first before I go back.
Okay, give me a perception check as you look out.
Went out of my thing though. Does that count?
It rolled out of the box, so you can re-roll.
All right. Box. It's the exact same
Oh
roll.
my god!
It's destiny, man.
So 8.
I'd give
Eight.
you guidance, but
You're looking, but
That's no help for you.
everything is so dark, there's no
But
light,
F you.
that it's very hard to see anything.
I can see.
not without your Googles.
I got my Googles.
Did you put your Googles on?
I wouldn't have had them
No,
off
you
in the
didn't.
dark.
You didn't say you put your Googles on, so
You would have been sleeping
All right,
in your
fine.
you bust out and you're looking around, and it's really hard to see.
Okay. While we're in character, he would then be like, "Oh, it's quite dark out here," and he would.
Get his Googles.
And now I would look
So you
around.
pull out your goggles and you put them on, so go ahead and give me an advantage roll.
Only because I like you.
Critically looks
Oh,
around.
Alright.
what?
This time.
I was gonna say, this is the thing you super.
This
put on
time
and
you
roll.
put your goggles on and you adjust
28.
for a second and you look. You see by a tree that writhing creature, and she looks at you and reaches out and says,
Oh no.
Your line is ended. Your kindness failed.
And Brutalia's just sleeping through all this shit.
We
My
will end
God.
your existence, Nith.
but You see her just vanish into black smoke.
Those were some harsh words.
So harsh.
So
So
harsh.
harsh.
Wow, what bug crawled up her bum, huh?
It's probably a good thing that you saved on your wisdom save there. So
Ooh,
would have been very bad.
Wowza.
Criminy.
Alright,
You know,
alright.
I'm starting to
Only
rethink.
one of us can sleep at a time.
So I'm gonna head back in the tent. Take off the goggles. Goggles of night.
How much time do I have left on my shift?
Yeah, no kidding.
only about like a few minutes here. We'll say. So who's taking the second shift?
I can take it.
I'm sure I can't go to sleep
He's
if
taking it.
anybody
Put your
doesn't
Googles
mind me taking the show.
Nobody's woken Brutalia up in a
Yeah,
bed.
I'm not gonna wake Brutalia.
Nope.
I'm gonna take the next shift with the Googles on.
Yeah, so put your Googles back on.
Got the Googles on.
Get your Googles
Okay.
on.
You
Google
put
it.
your Googles on and you
Google
take the
it.
watch over. So go ahead and give me a perception check for the remainder of the
My
night.
God.
We'll say.
Keep your dice in the box, man.
Thank you.
Jeez.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it dice in that box?
11.
Seb, for the rest of the night, you sit with your chair directly facing
Yes.
the opening, and you're just hands on daggers, just looking about the entire time.
Fingers.
I'm not a witch. I'm your wife. Yes.
Eventually, you do see light peeking through the doorway as the dawn is now breaking. Without a little bit of a sigh of relief, the morning has come. I'd say Brutalia, probably at this point, you probably wouldn't wake up naturally.
Well, that was a wonderful night of sleep. This is such a nice tent, you guys.
You would notice, though, that they did not wake you up for your shift.
What time is it?
It's morning.
Well, you're not. Are you awake?
I don't know. Am I?
I don't know.
Would I have
Seb.
naturally woken up at this
Roll
point?
for perception.
Said you couldn't sleep? Why
You took
didn't you
shifts,
wake
so
me?
you may sleep longer.
I couldn't sleep. I figured I would just take the last watch.
19.
Oh yeah, you would hear them talking at this point and wake up.
After I found
Well, if you're
Jiik
tired
asleep on his
later-
watch.
Hey,
I figured.
it was magically induced. I promise.
Wait, what?
Stuff happened last night.
Magically
it got a little
induced by
weird.
what?
Got a little
You-
weird. Yeah, you tell me.
Why didn't you wake me when things happened?
I woke up and Jiik was sleeping on the ground.
Yeah, that's the only thing that happened. There was a witch.
A witch?
Mm-hmm.
I give him a weird
A
look.
witch.
Like,
Are you sure you're not just making this up because
Crazy.
you fell asleep onto
did
the
you see
ground?
a lady?
No, I didn't see anything. I got knocked out. God damn it.
Well, I don't know anything about a witch.
Mo,
I simply couldn't sleep after
knocking out the mighty
the
Jiik.
excitement
How dare you?
Sleep's a hell of a
of
spell.
finding Jiik on the ground.
Would
Laying
I
on
have
ground.
recognized that I had a spell cast on me?
Give me an Arcana check, and I'll tell you.
Sleeping on the job.
You gonna say another prayer? You gonna touch yourself?
Sorry. Oh my god, you roll a one.
Oh, I did roll a one.
You don't know what happened, Sleepy.
Yeah, I mean, as far as you know, like you were there watching, and the flapped open, and then you just right on the ground.
Got a little tired, I guess.
Friggin' flaps. That's weird. That's not like me.
Well, you know, Jiik, you need to stay awake during your watch. And said, if you take everyone's watch, you're not going to be as fresh in the morning.
I know,
Ready to fight.
I simply couldn't sleep, and I figured this one time it wouldn't be an issue.
All right.
I'm gonna eat some food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pout.
Sleepy. And while you're pouting, you should be well
Jiik is
rested.
visibly perturbed.
All right.
This guy.
So you guys make your way out of the encampment after you're done eating.
Dare they make
Chatting.
a deuce of me?
I made a deuce of the watch. Fold up the tail.
Yeah, I mean, it just we'll say it folds up on its own. 'Cause
You
it's
make it like a taco
arcane.
shape and then.
Yeah. Taco shape, and then fold it.
We'll say I cooked up one of those rats for breakfast.
Oh, yummy.
You guys want rat?
Please, yeah, thank you.
It's a bit gamey.
It's the big one, not the one with the weird brain.
I'm not too picky about my food.
But it's protein.
Protein,
I'm very picky, but I don't want to be rude.
I've lived off worse. I've lived off of mud.
This is the best.
You've eaten mud.
No, not literally. My lady have always provided for me, but
All right. So you guys begin moving out.
I'm quite spoiled.
I'm her favorite.
Yeah, ready to move out.
All right.
Does coffee exist in this world?
I know, I was going to say, but I don't think we would
Yes.
have any coffee or tea or...
We have provisions.
Tea definitely exists.
I don't know if
Perhaps
that
your
would
lady
there's
could
some
make you a
kind of
strong
like-
tea so you can stay awake on watch next time.
Oh my.
Perhaps she could provide you with a lemon to squeeze on that wound. Thanks.
Who's she? Me? Why are you bringing me into this?
Yeah, jerk.
So you guys' second day of travel, you guys are starting to notice more foliage. You guys are starting to see animals about again. You're seeing birds flying through the sky, squirrels and that kind of stuff like you would normally see
I suppose that's good.
in wooded areas and valleys, or like the plains and stuff like that. You would see animals going about their business. So you guys are getting away from that Dread's place and
What kind of
moving
animals?
towards deer, some like foxes and stuff like that moving about.
Should we hunt for some food?
Nothing super big.
I don't know, that's what I was thinking. I mean, I've got red.
I would kill like the first deer that I saw.
It's
Yeah,
less
I mean
than
you guys
fresh.
are definitely
I don't need
for sure.
freaking rat anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have some venison.
I
Kill a
think we
deer,
should.
and that would be a ton of meat. Maybe we could kill rabbits or something. We don't really need a whole deer.
Well, we could split it. It's 3 people we have to feed.
Yeah, you guys would definitely see like rabbits and that kind
Have
of
you
stuff
eaten
for sure.
an entire deer before?
Yeah.
I
It takes a
mean,
while.
Takes a while.
It'd be wasteful.
We can slaughter a pig!
Please!
Are there any
Shrek.
buffalo around?
Please!
Got a hankering for some buffalo.
We'll bring it back to.
We'll kill some
back to home.
rabbits.
No.
When we have better way to store meat, maybe some extra
So I'll
salt.
pick off I'll dagger some rabbits.
Okay. Just go ahead and give me a general D20 roll.
Okay. Can I?
Yeah, you
roll
can
one
give
time? I'm gonna EFB one.
You're gonna give B1?
Well, EFB one.
Alright.
It's just a general roll to be a
Tried to
10.
pin one with
There you
one
go.
of my exes.
What'd you roll?
It's just a 10 with nothing on it.
Oh, we add our attack rolls to it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not
then I rolled a
rabbit
25.
hunter.
15.
15?
10.
10. So each one of you, in your own fashion, Seb, you wing a dagger out. You get one right through the vitals. Drops,
Yeah.
no problem. You just
Sorry, buddy.
EFB one.
Break it 6.
It's already
Its
cooked.
head just goes right off. It's instantly dead.
See
Brutalia, you wing
Bleeds it
one. You pin it to the ground, but it is still
Could
a
have eaten
little
that head.
alive.
Oh god, I'm sorry.
Stewed it.
I'll run up to it. Give it the old Lenny.
The old coup de grace.
The old
Yeah.
Lenny.
And you snap
little
it, snap to
spinaroo.
put it out its misery. You'll draw your dagger, and you guys now have 3 rabbits that you guys can skin and make food with.
Yep.
I'll skin mine then.
Oh, that's fine.
Survival?
So, yeah, go ahead and roll survival checks to see how well you guys skin them.
19
Oh, God.
on that.
I'm going to say you guys are doing
Try to
this
skin mine.
as you guys are moving about, and you guys are going to skin as you guys are getting closer to camp time.
She critically skinned.
So I would imagine you guys are going to probably cook this for dinner.
Yeesh.
I got a 12.
Yeah, I got 20.
12?
And I'm proficient. That's funny.
Casey, what'd you roll?
19.
Or 7?
No.
19.
19?
So
Yeah, all of you managed to skin your rabbits. Brutalia and Seb, you guys have eaten this way before on the road, so you guys are pretty proficient at it. Jiik, you're having a little bit more trouble, but you're able to eventually get your skin.
Could you sharpen my
Got it
knife
and
for me?
everything.
'Cause apparently it's dull.
It's not that sharp.
I
would
guess
you like
I
to
don't-
borrow one of mine? I've got 19 of them.
I guess I don't know how to do this.
Daggers. Pick one.
It's okay. I used
Don't
to do
use
this
the
a lot
venom
with my
dagger.
bear. We'd sneak out of the village and go find rabbits and chipmunks in the
Thank
forest.
God, I thought you were thought you meant you skinned your bear a lot. I don't know how that would work, but
No, it
Okay.
was not me who did that.
it was assisted. He assisted you on hunting. Wow. Wish I had an assistant.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to make camp for your second day of travel. You're going to put up the tent and cook and all that.
Yeah.
You guys put out your tent.
I'm taking second watches then.
I'll take the first watch this time.
All right.
So I'm
As you-
I
very
don't know
nervous.
if I trust anyone to wake me up. Maybe I'll take the first watch.
I'll take third watch.
I'll take second then. That's fine.
So first, second,
Nope, third.
third, second, third. Okay. So go ahead and roll for your perception.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say this is towards the end of when you guys are done eating and stuff like that.
If I find you sleeping, we're gonna have to have some talks about standing watch.
8.
8. Brutalia, you're having a rough night. Something about that rabbit you ate. Maybe you didn't cook it well enough. Ooh.
Oh my god, are you giving my character diarrhea?
But as you, no, I'm just saying you have a little bit of indigestion. You're not fully on blowing out your shorts. Or
Oh
anything
my
like that,
god.
but
Thank you for the visual.
You're welcome.
She doesn't wear shorts anyways.
They're pants.
They're pantaloons.
No, they're pants.
You
Trousers.
hear a strange like clinking sound, and you hear a voice, or you hear just somebody whistling, like, ching, cling, cling. And all of a sudden you see a short little gnome person poke his head around a bush. Hi. You mind if I sit next to your fire?
Sure. Can you give me 1 second?
Sure.
And stick
I
my
like-
head back in the tent.
Hey, wake up!
And kick at both of them.
There's a gnome out here.
A gnome. And I'll get up. Get dressed a little bit.
Put my face on.
Literally, which
Yeah.
face will it be today?
I put a face on.
I'm gonna pretend
Giant
I
ogre.
didn't seen it. I
You
didn't
guys
see
Pop my
that.
head back out. Okay, you're cool.
You guys see standing before you a short little gnome with a large square backpack with all kinds of like weird kettles and stuff hanging off of it. He is wearing a small brimmed black hat, big glasses. He has a very flared out mustache,
I like
a very
it.
pointy beard, and he looks like he's decently dressed. You do see this strange cone-shaped thing with a handle on it hanging from his belt. And he's sitting there with his hands on his straps of his backpack. Oh, hello. More of you. I was just hoping to share the fire and a place to camp because I'm
How far
traveling
into
out
the
this
night did
way.
you say this was?
It was my
A
watch.
few
This is
hours, or
this is almost
first
right
hour?
after you guys. Yeah, probably within the first hour of you guys going to sleep.
Mm.
It's very dangerous out here, and I was just hoping to find some place
Does he
else to
seem
camp.
genuine?
Give me an insight check. Those of
Ooh.
you that want to,
Let's look at this guy and see what he's about.
It's a 15.
I'll just. Can we each do one? Or?
I will individualize if you guys want to. That's fine by me.
That is.
Yes,
Lady,
sir.
let me see if he's
13.
nice.
Okay.
Boo.
10.
15.
Just based on your guys' like initial, appearance of him, he looks like he's a merchant of sorts. He's probably got his wares within his backpack. Seems way oversized for him. So it's probably some kind of a magical construct that allows him to carry it like that. Because it seems like he would just fall backwards with the size of it. It's
Wow, you
pretty
must be
large.
pretty strong.
Oh, it's my backpack. It's of my own design. I am a potions man. I make potions.
Oh, really?
Geely Cod Kettle's my name. And just looking for a place to camp for the night.
Well, please join our fire. Yes?
Sure. It'd be lovely. Is there anything I can interest you guys in? You guys want any potions?
Maybe. What
Okay.
kind of potions?
I have a bunch here. I have your standard stuff. I can make you potions of healings. I can make you potions of poisoning, invisibility. I can do some wonderful pigments if you guys want to draw or paint some crazy things. I also can do potions of speed. I have oils of sharpness for weapons and things like that. I also have some unusual and orthodox potions I like to sample. Would you guys like to hear about those?
Sure.
Okay. I have a potion of understanding. Allows you to read, speak, and write in any language.
Wow.
Some of us can already do that.
I also have a potion of polymorph. It's random, so it might turn you into a beetle, it might turn you into a goat. It's random for every person.
T-Rex are a flopping fish.
I have a potion of high jump. It will triple your jump length.
Wow.
What?
I have a plume potion. This one, you probably won't be interested. It just makes you grow feathers. I have a regulatory potion. This is good if you need fresh breath or to become like more clean. It's a good one for that. I have this one. It's a potion of all seeing. You can see all kinds of strange things with this one. I have a.
What do you want for that one?
That is 600 gold.
How much gold do we have?
I have 323.
I
I
have
have 347, I think. Well, no, I should be down 20.
261.
I also have a potion of mania. This one makes you slightly dumber, but makes you a lot more strong. I also have a potion of balance, which makes you more balanced. A potion of oddity. I'm not really sure what this one does. And then I have this new one that I just brewed up. He pulls out this strange looking thick blood red jar. And it, as he turns it, you see it's like molasses.
Oh.
Like it just barely flows in. He's like,
Ugh.
now this is real magic. This contains... And you see him kind of look around.
We're in the middle of the forest.
A real dragon's egg. It's mixed in here. It's really good stuff.
You mixed a dragon egg into this potion?
Yes, I was lucky enough to acquire one.
And you thought destroy it to make a potion with it?
I make potions, that's what I do.
What does
Why
the,
wouldn't I use it as an
What does
ingredient?
the potion
what does it do?
I haven't tested it out yet.
should
You
we
seem to
test
not
it?
know a lot about what quite a
Well-
few of these potions do.
Yes, because these all I've tested for the most part with other people. But this one is a new one.
Do you need somebody to test it on?
Well, I mean, I do have a lot invested in it, so I couldn't just give it away. But I will tell you the results will be far more greater than the value you pay for it.
I mean, you could say that about anything, though.
How much for it?
500 gold.
I'm still short.
Yeah, if we pull together, I mean...
Do I get the idea that he's just a potion maker or that he's a full-blown wizard? Because I want to know if I can get this guy.
He
I'm
seems,
kidding.
I mean, he's definitely somebody that knows what he's doing, and he seems like he's pretty powerful, but you're not getting any kind of inkling that he's not being truthful with you.
He put all the potions on the ground, though, right?
He has them out, yeah, like in a case that he's been showing you guys
If
what they are.
If a portable hole fell on top of him, his potions would still be there. I'm just asking for a friend. God, you guys.
I mean, yeah, you could,
There goes our hospitality.
Oh, I've never had
Well, you know,
that.
one must look at all of their options, certainly, in order to make the most
I certainly don't have the
informed
kind of coin you're
decision.
looking for.
Well, perhaps an arrangement can be made since you are so kind enough to let me sit by your fire. What could you afford?
I barely have 300 gold to my name.
Well, I don't want to take all of your money, so let's say
I'd want the all-seeing potion, not the dragon potion. Although we should get the dragon potion.
Mhm.
Oh, you want the all-seeing?
Yeah, I do.
The all-seeing he would give you he would do 280. Yeah, that's the lowest he could go.
Would you guys purchase the dragon potion? I can't help but think both of these could be significant.
If we split it
I just-
200 gold. Since it hasn't been tested, we don't know what it does. We could explode.
250.
250, and you throw in that speedy potion. I'm sorry, that's me metagaming. Never mind.
A potion of speed. I cannot let that go for that much. Potions.
But you can let super rare dragon potion go
It
for
costs
less
a lot
than you
more.
let the
So
one you gave
250?
Sid.
250, 225.
For which one?
The dragon potion.
230.
227.
Deal.
All right.
Seb just kind of nods as he's incredibly impressed that Brutalia has caught on to bargaining.
So you guys get both the potions, and he takes the gold. You guys now have a potion of all seeing.
I'll just do 214 and you do 213.
And you have the
114.
unknown dragon potion. You guys. Anybody going to use their potions, or what are you guys doing with them?
I'm not going to use the dragon potion yet.
Okay.
I'm debating. Would I know what he meant when he said all seeing? Did he imply it was like detecting magic or invisibility or something like that, or is it something more beyond that? Did he give any?
The keyword he would have used would have been "you are more perceptive."
I would ask him, how long would this last?
Oh, my potion. That one is permanent.
I immediately drink it.
Okay. You have a third eye open up on your forehead as you drink it,
Permanently?
and you gain a +2 to your perception.
Holy crap.
Oh my goodness.
So-
The best person to get that is you, because you can still change and disguise your third eye.
Like I'm gonna hide my third eye.
Oh my god, I would have been so pissed if I
It's
had
such a great
fucking-
conversation piece.
Is there any idea what this...
Like, what I missed.
Wait,
that would just give you two
I can't tell, but it's going to be a permanent, whatever it is.
Can you just make it grow it where the
If
old
we
eye
split
was?
it, will we both get the effect? Or...
It's only enough for one person.
Just leave. Oh jeez.
Alright, so there's only enough for one person. If I...
Listen, Jiik, I've never had magic, and I don't really want it.
Alright. Resurrect
I'll
resurrect me if I die.
I'll hold your horns back if you're
Alright.
puking.
Are you gonna drink it?
I'm gonna hand her my pendant just in case,
Okay.
so she can touch it to me. Alright,
my
here we
parrot.
go.
Drink it.
Wow, bottoms up.
You're dead.
So you guys watch Jiik down this thick, and as you're drinking it, it's like chugging like maple syrup in the
God.
beginning of Super Troopers, where
Maple
it's just
syrup.
like gulp, gulp, gulp.
Oh wow.
The second that the last drop passes your lips, you drop the bottle as your stomach clenches, as you have to take the biggest crap of your life.
Jiik, are you
It
alright?
was just a bunch of milk.
Do you need the bolo?
You guys see Jiik run
Maybe.
off, and
Lactose intolerant.
you hear some noises for a minute, and then you just hear a loud.
Chase down
I
the
just
dead
gave
Jiik.
birth to a dragon.
Jiik is flat on the ground, passed out.
I'm going to flip him over and touch the bolo to him.
Is he breathing?
You touch it to him, and it doesn't seem like it does anything, but yeah, he's still breathing.
Okay, so I'm not hurt. It just...
Slap
Smack
him in
him on
the
the
face.
face.
He does not come about.
Is the gnome
Alright.
still standing there?
Yeah, the gnome is just watching, just like curious what's going to happen.
I will bring him over to my friend.
I'm going to pick up Jiik and throw him over my shoulder, fireman style.
Alright,
Yeah.
you see Brutalia just whoop over. The gnome is just watching you guys, following you where you're going.
Should have looked around where I dropped it.
Where are you bringing him?
I want to walk right up to that gnome, standing at my full height,
Mhm.
looking down on him. Say, if my friend does not wake up,
Well,
well,
please.
all I'll say is enjoy this fire while you can.
Well, let's place him here. He will be fine, I assure you. He just may be incapacitated for a short time.
You
don't
don't even know what this potion is supposed to do.
Yes, but
How
he
do
is-
I believe what you say?
He is clearly still living. He is still alive. It may take time for
You
this
call
potion
this
to
alive?
run its
I'm just
course.
going to like, just gonna flop around. Fine.
Well, I'm
Lay
looking
him
very
down.
skeptical. I'm going to pick up the jar, right? It was just on the ground, I'm guessing. And I'm going to shake it and say, apparently this potion gets gnomes killed.
Please please, sir, I am not.
And then
You're just like, just say the word. Just say the word.
my dagger venom's like a push button.
He is very, he's imploring you guys that he is not going anywhere. He will remain with you to make sure your friend is okay. He is going to monitor Jiik's condition. A full 24 hours passes.
We have
And
to stay here for a day.
Holy
now?
crap.
The whole time I'm going to be just staring at him.
First of all,
tapping my
how do
foot
dimension
the moment.
shackles work?
Yeah.
So now I find it
you
important
shackle
to know.
somebody and they remain on that dimensional plane.
They
They
can't
stay.
phase
They
out.
can't phase out. They can't dimension door out anything
Yeah,
like that.
teleport out.
Jiik, you awake.
Whew.
And you feel normal.
Amazing.
However,
Oh.
You have it.
you suddenly have that feeling in your gut again, and you start squeezing something out.
Oh, good.
It is
Oh my-
extremely painful.
Oh my god.
As
I gave him kidney stones.
you drop a egg.
I knew it.
Pops out of you.
No.
Jiik just shit an egg out
Yep.
That's mine.
in front of us.
Yep.
Potion of egg shitting.
So, what was there? Okay, I'm gonna go look where I shat the first time.
It is just shit.
Okay.
is
She's
as
gonna
if-
shit eggs every day now.
It is as if it cleans your bowels out to make room for this thing.
These pipes are clean.
Oh, God.
He takes the egg and he's looking at it and says,
I made that
this
with my butt.
looks like a dragon's egg.
Yoink. My dragon's egg.
It is red in color. It matches the color of your skin.
All right.
I am so confused.
I'm gonna put it in my backpack.
And I am so glad that I didn't drink that potion.
I'm gonna clean up a little bit just in case.
Well, you've cost us a day of travel.
It was worth it
Not
though.
to mention the
have an
emotional
egg.
stress you've put on all of us.
An egg. A friggin' egg.
So I think you could
Do you
hand
need a
over the
health
potion of
potion?
jumping and we would be square. We are now late to our destination. He doesn't know.
Mm-mm.
I see as a fair compromise.
Potion of jumping. Anybody want it?
Nope. I can fly.
You see the gnome, he's packing up his stuff. He's like, please, he writes on a piece of parchment his information, like where to find him in Vo'Rys. I would love to know what happens with the egg, because if I can't ever reproduce that potion again, I would like to know the effects of what fully happens.
Were any of your other potions permanent?
There's only a few that I hand make that are like that, like those ones. The potion of high jump is not permanent.
Of course.
Well, we will come visit you at your
But the potion of egg
potion
shitting.
shop.
Please.
That way we know where it is.
Well, I
Please.
mean, I have an egg now.
I am traveling up to
Yeah, sit
Nidria
on
to get some rare supplies.
crack it open over
I
a,
usually bring some supplies with me to sell there and make some money.
cook it up for
So,
breakfast.
but I will be returning to Vo'Rys in probably about 2 weeks' time. So whenever you want to come and visit me, please do.
Fair enough.
This has been a strange encounter.
Oh boy.
And he tips his hat and throws his backpack on, and
I'm gonna keep his bottle just in case I want the
Yeah,
wizard to
he's-
find him or
you guys
do
purchase
anything.
them. You guys get to keep the bottles.
'Cause that would be a way to locate him, right? Similar to the
I
shop.
don't think so.
If you wanted to scry.
Swag.
Alright. So,
Great.
I'm gonna be walking bow-legged for a little while.
Almost killed that guy.
Do you
He
have a
literally
healing
shit a brush.
potion? We have some ointment.
Touch that thing to your butthole. See if it heals you
Preparations
back.
A through G were a failure, but
They her age.
Oh my god. Alright. So yes, you guys are back on the road, making your way. You guys do see another sign pointing towards Vo'Rys, so you guys are still on the right path. And again, seems like it's starting to get dark out. And as you guys are approaching this intersection, you guys look off and you see a man, a little boy, 2 ox, and a cart, and they look to be huddled over one of the wheels of the cart.
Okay.
Looks like some people in trouble.
I'm sure
They
they
seem to
can
be
handle
working
it.
on something.
They seem like they know what they're doing. No use falling for traps.
You guys walking by him?
Yes.
Oh,
What-
hey! Do you have a moment to help? Possibly? My son and I are stuck. We'll make it worth your while.
What could we possibly do for you?
I need help holding up my cart so I can repair my wheel.
Well, Brutalia, I think that's your wheelhouse.
I just gave birth,
Walk over.
so
Yes, you did. Believe me, it's something I will not forget my entire life through.
dude, shoot it
Yeah, okay. Are you ready? I'm going to lift the cart.
Yes,
I'm
please.
just keeping an eye on the guys.
Okay, so you're lifting up the cart.
Yep.
Give me a strength check as you lift the cart.
And I'm keeping an eye on what's going on around. He's keeping an eye on the folk.
Just
Should we
straight
perception?
strength or
You could-
athletic?
Athletics.
you could give her a
I
roll.
mean, it's the...
Oh,
It's the same.
my lady.
Help her.
So
help her.
you can't be watching the kids and the guy while you're giving guidance.
It's fine.
I'm watching
23.
the kid and the guy.
Oh.
Right?
You son of a.
I'm not watching the killing. I'm
Did you
watching
roll?
around.
23 total.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
super
no
watching
problem.
it.
You guys watch Brutalia come up to a back him, grabbing on the corner of it. It's heavy. It is laden with goods, and you lift. And you see him takes his hammer quickly, makes a blow at it. You see the pin come off. Him and his son grab onto the wheel. They pull the wheel off.
What kind of goods? I'm not even paying attention to all this heavy cart I'm holding. I'm just like, what do they have in the back here?
It looks like all kinds of food, all kinds of like mining gear, all kinds of like things that you find like in like a general store and that kind of stuff. You're lifting it up. He then pulls out the spare wheel that they have that they're working on. He slides it on, puts the pin back into it, and waves you that it's okay to drop it.
Oh, okay.
You set it back down. Thank you so much for your help. We were stuck here trying to figure out a way to get it elevated so we could put the new wheel on. May I give you guys some supplies if you need to if you're traveling?
Hey,
or
dude.
perhaps you could jump on the cart and we could take you the rest of the way to Weirest.
That would be wonderful.
Oh, please. We have
Also,
places for you to sit.
Does coffee exist?
Yeah,
tea?
sure. We can say coffee exists. Because I love coffee.
I'll have an
We wouldn't
espresso.
say no to a
Yeah.
caramel macchiato.
He pulls out a giant Mazarka, like...
Are you a barista?
I'm about to stop. But yeah, you guys can make like like you'd have like cowboy coffee, basically where it's
We
just,
wouldn't say no to, a peppy beverage
Okay.
as well.
Yeah, he'll brew up some coffee there. You guys are gonna sit for a minute and chill.
We need some supplies for the homestead.
I think
I can acquire
our
those on the
friend
way
is
home.
going to take care of that. Our ally, right?
We may not be here a short amount of time.
He would introduce himself as Hirsch Rennick,
Oh, hello, Hirsch.
and his son is Hethen.
Hethen or Heathen?
Nice to meet you. My name is Saffron.
It's pleased to meet you, Saffron. I own a general goods store in Weirest, so if you guys ever need supplies, things like that, feel free to seek out Hirsch's General. That's our store.
Okay. We might just do that.
It's HYRSH, Hirsch.
God damn it.
You're welcome.
One day I'll
So
get
you guys
this
gonna
place.
load up onto his cart?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. So you guys head out?
Yeah. And I'm really sorry. How do you spell the gnome's name?
Geely, it's Geeli.
G-E-L-I.
Geeli. Geeli.
Geely.
Geely. And his last name was Cod Kettle.
Card kettle.
And yeah, so he's going to load you guys up onto the cart and drive you guys back into Weirest. As you guys begin approaching the area, you see the city. You guys have never seen a city like this. You see these massive, especially off the back side of the city, these massive crystalline structures that jut out from the ground.
These are the alien structures.
But you see a massive city, like what you guys would have seen like in Nidri and stuff like that, built around and off of them. Stone walls, palisades, all that kind of stuff. You guys are seeing this massive city, but in Nidri, one of the things you guys have been noticing here that's different is things don't seem as organized. Where in Nidri, they have the military power that keeps everything underneath the thumb of the empire. Here, things are very much more slack. So you guys are seeing not as much like of the same monotone colors. You guys are seeing a lot more vibrant colors. You're seeing more like cultural differences like this on display here. It's a very open place. But you do still see a massive doorway that you guys are going to have to pass through. But the other thing that strikes you is that this city is built up onto a massive peak that falls into a canyon. The canyon is wide and it is massive. And in that canyon is nothing but old, decrepit-looking trees.
Like a rotted wood.
Like a rotten wood. And in the middle of that, you see a massive black tower that is shifted. It's leaning to a left side from as you guys approach.
Leaning tower.
You cannot really see any detail of it from this distance, but you can definitely see that spire there. And as you guys are approaching the town, we're going to end tonight.
That spire, the fetid spire?
It is very much this fetid spire.
Oh,
Nice.
shit.
We're going to end here tonight where you guys are approaching Vo'Rys, and we will pick up next week as you guys enter the city. Great job, you guys. You actually
Great job to you. Are you
did some
kidding?
combat, so hey,
Crazy.
this is a straight up RP night.
Yeah, it
Oh
was
my
good.
God, yeah, we didn't combat once.
Nope.
Unless you count your deal with that egg.
I mean, that was a
That
that was
was
a
a
battle.
combat.
That was a
That was a
battle.
That was a bit of a battle.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you next week.